How you doing? I have an amazing, what I believe is the ultimate camera package. This is a Pentax ME Super. This is a 28 to 80 Soligor 3.5 lens with macro. This is a Soligor 75 to 50 Soligor, again macro lens 4.5. This is a 1.4 50 millimeter. You can see how big the aperture is. Just by doing this, goes down to 22 all the way up to 1.4. The thing about this camera is it is a programmable camera. It's one of the best cameras of its day, but it also has an aperture priority. So if you're outside taking pictures and all you want to be able to do is go fast for moving objects like kids on a soccer field, or me like shooting aircraft like I did when I was overseas, you can just put your fingers on the aperture ring, and as you change the aperture you can change your shutter speed. So for very fast, this thing goes up to 0.02 of a second, all the way down to its slowest by closing down the aperture. And I also have a couple of bonuses. I have the original user guide, you see, that came with the camera. That's the original one. I also have a Vivitar 285 thyristor flash with the original manual as well, and an advanced shooter that I got when I bought the camera. I got all of this stuff on either Okinawa or Tokyo. This is a wide, normal, and tele lens for this thing. Of course, it also bends. You can bounce it off the roof to prevent red eye. Also has the connection to the camera itself. It goes here. This goes on the hot shoe. Then I have lenses that are brand new. I've never used these. These are filters, not lenses. Filters that go inside the top to change the color of the flash as you shoot it out for various purposes. Color, black and white, things like that, and just to change the hue of a picture if you want. Comes with the book that is an original as well. Never used them, brand new. Then I have some amazing filters. You can see all the filters here. This is a holder that fits on the end of either a small lens like the 49 millimeter or a 62 millimeter, which is these lenses here. And all of these lenses, all of these filters fit inside here. This goes on the ring. Then this thing can be rotated just like this on the end of your lens. And you have gradients like this. The reason why you would want to do that is perhaps you might want to make that dark on the side, the top, the bottom. You could combine two, depending on, it's entirely up to you. There's an unlimited amount of things you can do. The colors that you see here are for black and white, or for use with tungsten, or to use with infrared. And this is a doubler. This takes this 28 to 80, 75 to 50, and for example turns this into a 150 to 300 to 500 millimeter zoom. And this is a mirror doubler, and that will take this lens, which as you see is still in its original wrapping. This is a 500 millimeter mirror lens. You can see it is in mint condition. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this lens, and it is a spectacular mirror lens. But that is not the best lens that I have, because inside here is the mother of lenses. This is a 5 to 800 millimeter zoom mirror lens. You can see easily rotated, very smooth. You can change it in and out. You can see its motion. By taking either of these lenses, adding this doubler, you turn this into a 1,000 millimeter fixed lens, or this big monster into a 1,000 to 1,600 millimeter zoom lens. It's so heavy, it's got its own tripod mount. You can see that right here. Then you put your camera to here. You just have to be careful, but this thing is, there's where the weight is. When you double that, if this is the size of your 35 millimeter picture, and you put this on a tripod at night and take a shot of the moon at 1,600 millimeters, that moon is this big. Just like ABC's Monday Night Football, when they come back from commercial and they're showing a shot of the moon up close, you can see all of the craters and everything on the moon. It is so big when it's zoomed out, it's 1,600 millimeters. It's absolutely phenomenal. Aside from that, I have some world-class filters. This is a brand new filter kit that I have never used. It's got a multi-vision lens in it, a multi-vision filter which fits these 62 millimeter by using these adapter rings right here. These screw directly onto here, just like these go into here. Here's a cross screen for 62, which every time you see a point of light, it makes a cross on it. The multi-vision is 3 different images in one. Here's another new one I have. This gives you an example of what it looks like. Gives you 3 different images on the picture. These will completely change how you shoot pictures because there's so much variety you can have. So this is an amazing package, and now I'm going to give you the roundup about how much these retail for today and what they're selling for on eBay, and what I Googled to find the prices for things that weren't offered on eBay. So we'll jump to that real quick and see you in just a second. And if you look over there, then you can see what I've dropped them down to. So at the bottom there, you've got $500 total for the prices that are basically being asked for the individual pieces. And then if you look, then you can see that it's $285 for all of the ones with the price that I have set for it. Then you can see over to the side that I dropped each one down by half. And so instead of $220 for the retail, or what they're actually trying to sell for on eBay, I dropped that by half from $220 to $100. So as you can see, I dumped the price on all of those by half. So from $113 down to about $60. From $500 for the original and $313 for all of the original prices of the filters, I dropped this down to $285, and over there was $160 for both the filters and the Hoyer-X filters. So that basically adds up to $445 for the whole thing. That's how much it would cost if you were to buy each one of these things individually on eBay. So I figure, why not set this thing at $350, and I will sell it buy it now price for $400.